Okay, thank you. Let me know when we're ready to go, guys. I'm assuming, John, that I'm going to get the
Leading off for the Las Vegas Rays, number 4, playing center field, Caitlin Lloyd.
Hey, I'm barely hearing you guys. Is that? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Capital Community Television, in cooperation with the City of Salem, is presenting the 2017 USA Softball Girls 18A Fastpitch National Championships. We're coming to you today from Wallace Marine Park in Salem, Oregon. Today's game features the Wisconsin Lightning from Trevor, Wisconsin, and the Las Vegas Rage from Las Vegas, Nevada. The first pitch has been thrown. We are underway. I'm here with my partner, Kevin Weiss, head coach at McNary High School. My name is Brian Sutherland. Last pitch was a ball on the batter. Ball 2. 3 balls, excuse me, we missed one. So Kevin, here we are again. This is a loser's bracket game. That's a strike. Loser's bracket game, and these are always tough because these are long days for the kids that have found themselves in the loser's bracket.
They are, unfortunately, once you go in the loser's bracket, it's...
That ball's hit fairly well to left field. Not just fairly well, but very well. An off-field home run for Caitlin Lloyd from Las Vegas.
That's a nice way to start out for the Vegas team here.
Yes, indeed.
Being on the board early.
Pitching for the Lightning out of Wisconsin is Sierra Jones.
Now batting number 99,
the hitter now for the Rage, number 99, Alyssa Schultz. That's strike 1.
That first hitter, too, with Lloyd, that kind of tells you the confidence that the coach has in her. That was a 3-0 pitch that she put over the fence there.
3-0 pitch, and usually when you got a left-hander up there, you kind of got to be thinking slapper.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a slap. That's a dilemma. I mean, that really poses a dilemma. The last kid I saw that was really, I remember was, and by the end of her career, got to the point where that's ball 2, it's now 2-1, was Taylor Gunnish out of West Salem, got to the point where she could hit with some power and slap.
Yes.
And did a nice job of it. Puts you in as a coach, it puts you in a real bind. Ball hit hard to the shortstop. Tosses across for the out.
And
that's Jen Geisy from the Lightning making the play.
And as a coach for the, the opposing team, a player like that, it's always hard to try to pitch to her and defend her. Because she was one of those kids that she could do anything.
Hitter's third baseman for the Rage, Caitlin Covington. Fouls off the first pitch.
If I remember right, she's playing at Portland State now.
Taylor Gunnish.
Yeah.
Jones for the Lightning got off to a rough start, giving up the leadoff home run. We'll see if she can settle in. That's ball 1. Looks to me like the Rage are pretty aggressive up there in terms of swinging the bat.
Yes.
Ball's popped up. Out of play to the right side.
Like we were saying earlier, unfortunately, when you get in the loser's bracket, you're pretty much out here all day long.
All day long. And the good news for them is that the temperatures have calmed down a bit.
Yes.
So we are at 1-2 right now. Definitely the pitcher's in charge. Batter right now probably wants to expand the strike zone just a little bit, make sure that she puts anything in play that's around the plate. Ball high. She's battling. It's what you're supposed to do. Those pitches that you can't do anything positive with, you just better bat on them and live to fight another pitch.
Now this Las Vegas team just come off of a 6-0 win.
So they're coming in with some momentum. A shot down to the third baseman for the Lightning. Morgan Dunkelberger makes that play. That was more a reaction than anything else. That ball was smoked. That's the second out.
Now batting 0-0.
Nice hard hit, but very good defense.
Cleanup hitter Alyssa Stanley steps in. Alyssa's first baseman for the Rage. It would appear to me that we're going to see a lot of balls put in play by the Rage. Pop up out to the shortstop. Handles it with ease. And at the end of the first half of inning number 1, it's the Rage 1 and the Lightning coming to bat. Well, Kevin, I tell you what, that was a great start for the Rage.
It was. It's nice to start off with that, that leadoff batter. You want her to get on, but the run's even better.
Yeah, that's even better. It's great for a coach and a team. This gal now, the pitcher for the Rage, is Amanda Sink. And Amanda's going to go out there with a lead. And that's always better to pitch with a lead than it is to be tied up or behind, obviously.
It is. I think as a pitcher, you can relax a little bit. And, if you miss a pitch or two here or there as far as, like whether it's a ball or strike, it's not as big of a deal. Yeah, you don't want them to tie it up or go ahead, but it makes you relax a little bit more.
And the thing I think we got to remember here is even though this is the losers bracket, these are teams that have at least won a game to still be in the bracket play, to still be playing at this point. So by definition, the lesser teams probably have gone home.
They have.
We are down to the ones now that have at least got a win under their belt, and so we should see some pretty good softball.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Leading off for the Lightning in the bottom half of the first inning, Callista Rybar, excuse me, the left fielder. She comes out swinging, takes the ball to the left side. The left fielder's underneath it, and it's a routine out. One pitch, one out. Next batter, Molly Dietz. She is the DP. And for those of you unfamiliar with softball, it's probably, I'm simplifying this a lot, but it's probably the equivalent of a designated hitter, but it's actually a lot more in softball. A lot more flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could compare it to something like the American League where, you have someone that just hits.
First pitch to Molly is a strike on the outside corner. Great pitch. Drop ball on pitch number 2 for strike 2. Fouled off. 0-2. And Amanda Sink has a full repertoire she can throw right now. Rise ball, great. That's a great 0-2 pitch. See if she can get that hitter to fish for that.
Yeah. Kept it out of the zone and try and get her to chase it.
And there is strike 3 right on the black. That is a great fast pitch.
Now batting number 21.
Games we did yesterday, one of the things that Kevin and I commented on was the willingness to go inside, and we'll see as the game goes on if either pitcher has the willingness to go inside, not just work the outside of the plate. The batter is Jen Geisey, the shortstop for the Lightning.
Yeah, so far it seems like she's kind of been living on the outer half of the plate. So
looks like she also likes to keep the ball down.
Yeah, she does.
Here's the 1-0 pitch.
Nice pitch
right
there.
down Broadway.
The
One ball, one strike.
Oh, sorry. The only one that's been up in the zone is the one where she tried to get her to chase.
curveball there. Good movement on that pitch. Froze her just a little bit.
Yep. Took a little off that one, too.
Looked like it, yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, she's got good movement. That ball's moving outside.
It's been impressive so far, just working the ball around and, you know, hitting her spots and really painting the corners.
Yes, I agree. And that right there may answer our question about going back inside, because that's what she did. She got her looking outside and busted her inside for strike 3 at the end of 1. It's the Rage 1 and the Lightning, no score. Well, I'll tell you, Kevin, that the temperatures out here are so much better right now than they were, than they have been over the past few days. It's cooled off quite a bit. I think we're calling for a high of 92 or something in that area, which for us in the Northwest is still real hot, but compared to where we've been the last 3 or 4 days, no problem.
Oh, no. It's just beautiful out here today. And even yesterday, I think we were here at the same time, and I'm guessing it was probably easily 10 degrees hotter at that point.
Yes, I agree.
But last night, you know, we did the late game here, and about halfway through, you could just feel the temperature start to drop, and it was nice.
Leading off here for the Rage in the top half of the second inning, Leia Kibos, left fielder.
Leia Kibos.
We'll see how Jones comes back from that first inning. She seemed to have settled in after that that leadoff home run, but the Rage outs tended to be pretty well hit.
They were. I think we mentioned the first inning. These guys are up there.
I think that's a great illustration right there. That they're up there hacking.
Yeah.
You know, and that right there was about a foot from being fair.
They're aggressive.
So we got a 1-1 count, top of the second. A little off-speed pitch, gets an easy ground ball to the second baseman who kicks it, recovers, and still gets the out.
Nice recovery there.
Just a little bobble,
yeah.
And the play made by A.J. Klosterman. She recovered, got the job done.
Second base, Raina Martin.
Raina Martin, the second baseman, is now the hitter. Raina's batting in the 6th spot today. Jones paints the outside corner. Ball's fouled off.
I arrived here, caught the end of the Rage's first game that they played right before this, and you know, I watched all 9 batters, and they 1 through 9.
Great job, kept her hands inside. What a great piece of hitting right there. A line drive to left field.
But they're all up there. It seems like they're all good hitters, and they're up there to do their job. Just like you saw there.
Up next is Diana Whiteley, the DP, designated player.
That's number 43, Fiona Whitley.
Correction on my part on the pronunciation. That's Diona Whitley, the Whiteley. Ball 1, just a bit low. See if she can get a ground ball out of this thing.
Defensively, you at least like to try to get that lead runner out.
Yeah, she got the ground ball, but that's a tough one. Got the ground ball. She wasn't going to get a double play out of it, but once it was kicked, then they're not going to get anybody.
Yeah. I think sometimes you see the replay here, but
she's caught it. Look like caught it on the heel.
Yeah. Sometimes I think you're almost thinking about trying to make that play and, you know, not thinking about getting the ball first, but thinking I got to go to second as soon as I get it.
Adriana Thompson is the next batter. She's a right fielder. Now we've got a pass ball. Runners are going to both move up.
Like it went right off her shin guard.
Ball one on the batter. So we've got ourselves a second and third situation with no out, or excuse me, with one out. This is an opportunity for the Rage. Takes the ball high and outside. Thomason looking to get something in play. The infielders are in. That ball's hit well. Is it going to be fair or foul? It is foul, just short of what looked like home run distance.
Yeah. Just hooked it.
But a good aggressive swing. And boy, when your number 8 hitter can provide that kind of power and that kind of aggressiveness, that's a good thing.
Yes, it is. No, like I said, this whole team, they're full of hitters. That's kind of a nice problem to have.
Said by a coach. Went with the off-speed pitch, and as a result of that deep fly ball, this one's going to fall in. Runner second holds, but the runner at third scores, making the score 2-0 on the base hit.
That was a nice hit. Not much you can do there as a defense. It's kind of out there in no man's land.
Jill Bartley, the next hitter, she's the catcher with runners on first and second. And I think you're exactly right, Kevin, especially after she drills one deep foul.
Yeah.
You give her a couple steps to, you know, respect for the power.
Yeah.
And then she bunt attempt by Bartley.
That was a smart play by the catcher there, letting that go, because
there would have been no play anywhere.
Yeah. We saw that in a game we had yesterday where the first baseman picked a ball up that would have went foul, you know, ended up helping the opposing team get a run or two. And so that was a very good play right there.
Here's your bunt. She lays it down beautifully, and the force at third base.
Well, I'd say
very well played by Morgan Dunkelberry, or Berger, excuse me.
Yes, that is a nice play. You get that lead runner. You get that runner off at third. That's huge.
So here we sit with runners on first and second.
22, courtesy for the catcher.
Shea Clements coming into courtesy run for Bartley at first base. And we are back to the top of the order, and the last time up, Caitlin Lloyd hit an off-field home run. She's a dangerous hitter, obviously.
Be
2 down.
To see how they pitch her this time.
Very carefully.
Yeah. Especially now where you have 2 runners on base. And
this is really a dilemma because she's already shown she can take the outside pitch to the other way with a lot of power. Kind of off-spin with an off-speed pitch right there.
4, Caitlin Lloyd.
1 ball, 1 strike to Lloyd. This is a big situation for Sierra Jones, pitcher for the Lightning. If she can get out of this, she can keep her team close. There's another ball drilled deep to left field. And again, Caitlin Lloyd has hit a off-field home run.
I think that was almost the same spot as the last one.
That right there is a 3-run home run for Caitlin Lloyd. That makes our score 5-0. I think they tried to go outside again, and that's a young lady right there. That do you dare pitch her inside? Because outside I would throw that out of my repertoire. The outside pitch, I'd be done with that.
We're not going there again. And quite honestly, after you make that out on third, you know, there's a kid right there that you're thinking, okay, we have 2 outs. Is it going to hurt to load the bases to get around her?
Absolutely.
As opposed to having now a 3-run home run hit off of you.
We had a brief pitching meeting at the pitcher's mound. The Lightning coaches trying to come out and kind of settle things down a bit. Our hitter now, number 99, Alicia Schultz. She's the shortstop for the Rage. As you can see, we've got a 5-0 score. A little bit outside and high. She takes it the other way. And what a play out there by second baseman, A.J. Klosterman. That was a outstanding over the shoulder catch.
Honestly, I saw the right fielder coming in, and I was thinking, oh, no, not a collision. And
she's never going to get there. Here it is again on the replay. You can see this is a tough play going over your shoulder like this. Great job hauling it in.
Oh, man.
Got him out of the inning. So with that, at the end of the top half of the second, our score is the Rage 5 and the Lightning yet to score. I'm impressed, Kevin, with the Rage. They with a lot of offense.
And boy, this pitcher, Sink, I think is her name.
Amanda Sink.
Man, you know, 3 batters first inning, and she was in control. Good movement, good speed.
So Morgan Dunkelberger, third baseman for the Lightning, is going to lead it off here in the bottom of the second inning. Facing a 5-run deficit, right now Morgan's job is to get on base any way she can so we can create runs.
Yeah. And we have 2 Dunkelbergers on this team, so not sure if they're sisters or twins or.
That right there is a nice pitch. It starts just off the outside corner, and then it's a curveball and ends up just off the plate. And she does everything she can, just trying to get a piece of it.
Yeah.
Looks like an inside rise ball.
Yeah.
And we're looking at an 0-2 count. And Amanda Sink is in the driver's seat right now at no balls and 2 strikes. What do I want to throw? She comes back with something high and inside, and it's hit down the left field line, and it is run down on a very nice catch by Leia Kibos. Deep fly ball for out number 1.
She did a great job of just sticking with that ball. You can see it here on the replay, and stuck with it, kept hooking, and yeah.
Did a nice job. Big first out. Getting that first out of the inning is always
Now
huge.
batting
Brooklyn.
number 14, first baseman, Brooklyn Autoline.
Brooklyn Autoline is the hitter. Ball outside. Good pitch, though.
I like how, you know, you were saying in the first inning about it, you know, is she going to come inside? And, man, I'll tell you what, she's worked the ball around the plate.
Like that right there.
Yeah.
On the inside corner. Great pitch. What's so hard about that from a softball perspective is if you work that outside, they start to lean over that outside to cover it. Now you bust them inside. It's tough.
It is.
And now you go inside like she just did, and now you go work outside.
Yeah.
I mean, she moved her off the plate a little bit, and now the outside pitch comes in, and it's a tough pitch to handle. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Autoline. Looking to start something here for the Lightning. And a beautiful third strike. Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, I am very impressed with Amanda Sink so far.
That's her 3rd strikeout, and, you know, 5th batter that she's faced. And
all of them looking, by the way. All of the strikeouts looking. Courtney Dunkelberger is now up. She's your center fielder for the Lightning. Let's see if she can get something going here.
She just is that inside corner that she has control of that thing.
I'll tell you what, though, the
Beautiful pitch.
Wisconsin, the team out of Wisconsin has got to, at some point, attack that incoming. They've at some point got to attack that inside pitch, or else she'll just keep throwing it. I mean, they've got to be willing to swing the bat at it.
Yeah.
And so we're down 0-2, and Jones Sink is on top of this batter. Ooh, that one there went off the umpire. She kind of spiked to that pitch, and a lot of times you can go, you know, you can be, a catcher doesn't block the ball, but that one would have been heroic to block that one.
And the umpire's ribbing her a little bit about that one, but.
And it was completely just him teasing her. It was not serious at all.
Oh, yeah. You love when they do that.
Fly ball to left field, kind of a weak fly ball for the third out.
So this is kind of interesting. She's had 3 strikeouts, all looking, and then the other 3 have all been flies to left field.
Yeah, and and as we head into the top of the third inning for the Rage, they definitely have the momentum. We are looking at a 5-0 score in favor of the Rage.
Yeah. You know, like you were saying, you know, this Wisconsin team needs to start being aggressive on that inside pitch, and you know that's something I think as a coaching staff you have to pick that up and you know talk to your girls about. Hey, we need to get on it. But then again, you look back at the pitching and the way that she's working that ball around the plate. It's
it's tough. You said this about 14 times to me yesterday. It's easy to say when we're sitting up here underneath the shade.
It is.
The hitter now is Caitlin Covington, the third baseman for the Rage. She hit a shot to third base that was fielded for an out. This time she hits a deep fly ball to center field, routinely caught.
Takes her back on, you know, just shy of the
One pitch,
fence.
1 out.
Yeah.
That's got to be, you know, for Sierra Jones, that's, you know, having that first out's got to be a relief.
Yes.
Our batter is Alyssa Stanley, the first baseman. She popped out to the shortstop last time. This time she goes off field down the left field line. And a running catch over in left field by Kalistar Rybar. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, but that's 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Yes. And, you know, it would be huge for the Wisconsin team if, you know, they can get this third out, you know, maybe come back in, get some hits going, be a huge momentum, or maybe allow them to get some momentum here.
Feel a little bit better about how things are going. Leia Kibos is the batter, the left fielder. Yeah,
because really we're still only in the third inning. There's a lot of game left.
Ball 2 outside. Playing her just a bit to pull over here. Second baseman, pretty deep. The ball 3 outside. Okay, do you let her swing away? Probably not if it's me. I want a runner on if I can get a runner now with 2 outs.
And we watched this team, though, 3-0.
Yeah.
They're packing.
Point taken. Did she take something off on that?
Looked like a little bit. Had a little bit of movement, too. One of the things you notice with this Las Vegas team, they are up on the plate. They're not going to let her have that inside part of the plate.
She did a nice job painting the black right there.
She did.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good battle between pitcher and hitter. And the ball is driven to left field. And the play is made by Ms. Rybar for the third out. So, after the top 3.5 innings, the score is Las Vegas 5. The Lightning coming to bat.
That was a great inning for the Wisconsin team. First time they've had 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah, you know, and we're not, you know, in no way does that mean that everything's, all the momentum's changing, but, you know, you can go into the dugout right now and kind of feel a little better about how things went.
You can.
Yeah.
And like I said, now if you can come out and start stringing a couple of hits together, maybe get a run or two, that helps a lot.
But having said all that, Amanda Sink for the Rage has been in complete control here.
Yeah.
Batting first this half of the inning for the
Easier
Wisconsin
said than
Lightning.
done.
Amanda has
Number
faced
78 catcher
6 batters,
Natalia Dragicchio.
and it's been 6 up and 6 down.
Yeah.
As you said earlier, Kevin, 3 strikeouts, 3 fly balls to left field. The other players would like to play as well. Maybe let them hit a ball somewhere else.
Yeah.
The hitter for the Lightning is Natalia Dragicchio. Natalia Dragicchio. I practiced that, by the way. Boy. Whew. That was a ball, and it probably did miss, but boy, that's a tough pitch to take.
It is.
Dragicchio is the catcher. And she's hit by the pitch.
First base runner for the Wisconsin team.
Hit the batter. And then off the umpire. I think we're going to get a courtesy runner right here.
Good thing, let your catcher come out. And
McKenna Creekmore is coming in to courtesy run. So Dragicchio comes out. She's the catcher.
Now batting
In
number 12.
fast pitch softball, you're allowed a
Second
courtesy
baseman,
runner. And we have a
AJ
courtesy
Klosterman.
runner for Dragicchio. McKenna Creekmore. AJ Klosterman, second baseman's up. No outs. Got a chance to get something going here. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. Of course, the Rage are hoping for a ground ball and possible double play if they can get it.
looks like she's starting to come in a little bit more, but it's almost tailing in too much now.
Yeah, and it looks to me like just ever so slightly, the strike zone's starting to move.
It is.
Maybe that'll settle her down and get her back in a rhythm.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike on Klosterman. Runner on first base. Pitch hit off the end of the bat, dribbled down, picked up foul at first base by Whiteley.
I mentioned
Correction
last
by
inning.
Stanley.
Oh, sorry. Mentioned last inning how Las Vegas was moving up closer to the plate, and if you look at the way that
Fair ball, thrown across.
but if you look at the way that Sink's pitching right now, you know, the Lightning team might want to take that into account and maybe move their players a little bit more up on the plate.
That same approach.
Yeah.
That last play, by the way, was Covington
Now batting pitcher.
throwing the ball over to first base for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Rybar is the hitter. Correction, Jones is the hitter. Jones is the pitcher. Takes ball 1 inside. Runner on second base, scoring position. There's ground ball again to the 3rd baseman. That was a good play. That was the right play on her part. She looked her back, but she was so far in that it would have been a scramble to try to get back and make the out. Here it is on the replay again. She'd have had to go way back to try to get her. So just take the out. You got a 5-0 lead.
Yes.
So that's second out of the inning, and Rybar is now the hitter.
Another thing on that last play too, the shortstop didn't have time to get over there to cover the bag either. So
Mr. Rybar.
at least you get the out on first.
First pitch is inside on the inside corner. She fouls it straight back. This would be a big boost for the Lightning if they could get that run in from third base. She's quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they've started to make some contact this inning, and you know, had the base runner, and so yeah, getting a run would be helpful.
Expand that strike zone. Don't put it in the hands of the umpire now. Whatever inning around the plate, get a bat on it. And that's what she did. Unfortunately, grounds out to the pitcher. And Sink makes the play for the 3rd out. So at the bottom of 3 innings, 3 complete innings, the score is the Rage 5 and the Lightning 0. Well, Kevin, it looks like the Rage are well in control here, as long as they don't let the Wisconsin group back in the game.
Yeah, and I think, you know, even with that, you know, honestly, 5 runs, you know, I mean, you know how softball works. I mean, 5 runs is, you know, it's something that if I'm a Rage team, I don't want to, you know, start letting up any.
We saw it yesterday. The you know, team goes ahead in the bottom of the 6th inning or the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Been down all game. They come back to go ahead, not by 1 but by 2. Seems safe.
Yeah.
3 runs later, they lose.
They lost.
You know, so
yeah.
I mean, in softball, things can happen fast.
Yeah.
The hitter for the Rage is the second baseman, Raina Martin. Good inside pitch. Busted her on the inside.
Yeah, watching this Rage team though, I don't think we have any fear of them letting up.
I don't think so, and I
No.
don't think that we have any fear of them starting to take pitches.
No.
All right, you know what those are right there? And I used to say this when I was coaching. That was kind of a loud foul ball, but that's all it was a foul ball.
Exactly.
0-2. If you had a great change right now, something you could really take. You sped her bat way up. It'd be nice to be able to throw a change right now. That's a good pitch though too on the outside corner. Great job, fouled off, and it was a good job by Martin as well to put that ball in play. I listened one time to UCLA. I was watching a UCLA game, and the UCLA coach said, and this is an interesting concept. She said that on 0-2, she wanted to see her batters do physically something different, whether or not that meant spreading their stance out. Boy, that's a good pitch. That is a good 0-2 pitch. That was a good take.
Yes, but that's exactly what you were talking about there. She took a little off that pitch.
But the concept being, do something a little different and recognize that that you have 2 strikes and now you have to protect. That's a good pitch too. Just a rollover drop on the outside corner.
Yeah.
For the 1st out. Ball was hit pretty sharply, but handled with ease at second base by Klosterman. Here it is, routine, and over to first base. Deanna Whitley, the DP, is now the hitter for the Rage. Good start to the inning for Jones. First pitch is a ball.
Strong defense for both teams so far.
That right there, sharp drop ball.
Yes.
And a very aggressive hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. She'd sure like to get this 2nd out right here. Oh, a little changeup.
Oh. That was a nice pitch.
She seems to be showing a little more willingness to throw that pitch right now. That could be a really a good pitch for her in terms of keeping the hitters off balance.
Yes.
That's a good pitch as well. Klosterman up, throws her out.
Good job, see, way to work ahead, kid.
The hitter, Adriana Thomason. She's your right fielder coming up. Klosterman for the Rage, making the first 2 plays of the inning. 2 down here in the top of the 4th. You got to chuckle. The kids in the dugout are yelling, "Let it hit you." You know, how about let it hit you?
Yeah.
you know, that's easy to say.
Yeah. Nice movement on that one.
Used to like that when my teammates used to say, "Take one for the squad."
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2 balls, no strikes.
It'll only hurt for a second or two.
Yeah, so let it be you that takes it.
Yeah.
A little change up, comes in, change up. She rolls over on it. Boy, that's a really nice inning right there.
That's 2 innings in a row where 3 up, 3 down.
And that was, again, a changeup right there, and she's throwing more and more of those. So here we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Score still remains 5-0. The Lightning coming up to bat. Well,
this is the inning, too. I think, you know, the Lightning started to get a little bit last inning where they had a hit and, you know, no strikeouts last inning, which I thought was, you know, a start for the Lightning. But, you know, now, instead of leaving that runner on third this time, you know, they need to push one across.
Yep. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause for a word from our sponsors. Well, here we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Lightning, Molly Dietz. She's batted number 2 hitter. She's the DP.
Now batting for the
Took a called third strike in the 1st inning.
Number 72, Molly Dietz.
We'll see if she gets up and adjusts a little bit this time.
Main thing I would suggest is don't go up taking pitches. Might as well be aggressive and get the ball in play, because this gal's shown she can control the strike zone. Pops the ball straight up to our catcher. Oop. Probably should have been an out. Tough play. Those are always tough because the ball is, with the spin on the ball, it'll always come back toward the infield.
Yeah.
If you overrun it, it'll always end up going behind you, which it just did.
Now on the replay,
While we were gone, Molly Dietz just hit a shot down to the first baseman, ground ball. Fielded easily at first base by Alyssa Stanley, but the ball was hit really well. Jen Geisy is coming up.
like I said, you want to see if she made an adjustment, you know, from watching that third strike on the first at bat. And honestly, I feel like that was a good adjustment.
It was.
Yeah.
She hit that ball hard.
And she was aggressive this time up.
Strike 1 on the batter, and Geisy kind of expanded the strike zone right there.
She did.
No balls, 1 strike. Comes inside for strike 2, called strike 2.
I think as a hitter, that's when you do maybe let go, but
No balls, 2 strikes. Paints the outside part of the plate.
trouble.
Boy, another nice play at second base. That went by Raina Martin, the over-the-shoulder running catch.
My goodness. We've seen a couple of those today.
Here it is, right off the end of the bat. Boy, that was a pitcher's pitch. She got her to hit something pretty softly, but the second baseman ends up saving her with a very nice play.
And
Martin ran that down. Morgan Duncanberger's the hitter, third baseman. Morgan flew out to left field last time. Boy, oh boy, everything's off the end of the bat right now. And a little pop fly to the first baseman, to Stanley, for the third out. And we have completed 4 full innings play as Stanley makes that play. Score, Las Vegas 5, Wisconsin Lightning 0. Be interesting to see if, I feel like, Kevin, what you had mentioned earlier at the end of the last inning was really, the last half inning was really right. I see that, 2 straight innings now, Jones has put them down in order. And, that bodes well.
It does. And, I think it gives your teammates a little bit of, boosts them a little bit. And I'll tell you, she has a great defense behind her. So I think, she can kind of loosen up and throw her pitches. But now,
Leading off the top of the 5th inning with the Las Vegas Rays, number 28.
Jill Bartley's our hitter, by the way, the number 9 hitter to lead off the inning.
Bartley, sorry, I thought we were back to Lloyd again, but she has one more batter before she gets back to Lloyd, the home run hitter.
I don't want to get ahead to Lloyd because Bartley is up and she is a good hitter in and of herself. But when it comes to Lloyd the next time, if there's nobody on, I'll take my chances, put her on base, or I'd rather have the other kids beat me than her.
That's exactly it.
You guys at McNary had one several years ago that was the same way, and we worked. The rest of the league worked hard on putting 4 fingers up for Haley Decker and saying, "Hey, put her on first base." No balls, 2 strikes.
We're pretty fortunate right now. We have another one there, Nadia Witt, and Nadia is kind of that same caliber player.
Boy, that's a good pitch. A little curveball in the outside corner. And our catcher gets over there. That is a very nice play by Natalia Dradicchio. Makes the play right up against the screen.
Yeah, I know with some of the catchers, it's a personal preference of flipping that helmet off, but I feel like sometimes getting that thing out of there helps that vision a little bit.
Right over. That's a good play.
Figures out where the fence is and makes the play.
Okay, so now we tried to go inside on her. Maybe it'll, and now, oh my, she's a player. Look at that.
Complete player right there.
She hits what is a routine. What really, a little bit in the gap, but not much, and never slows down at first base. And that was Caitlin Lloyd. Went inside on her this time, and boy, she is a very good hitter.
Yes.
Alicia Schultz is the hitter right now, the shortstop.
Honestly, Brian, I just feel like why not walk her?
Yeah. There was an old saying years ago as that first pitch is lined out over the left field fence. The discretion is the better part of valor.
Yes.
Meaning, let's swallow our pride and realize let's just put her on.
Yeah.
Again, I go back to Haley Decker, Jessie Isham.
Yeah.
From Sprague. Sometimes you just got to say, look, I'd rather have her work her way around the bases than have her hit the ball out.
Yes. And now, she's put herself in scoring position.
And based on the speed I just saw, of course, we hadn't been able to judge her speed because all she was doing was jogging around the bases after home runs.
Yeah, it's a little different.
But after judging her speed right now, if anything is hit into lands on the grass, she's going to score.
She is.
I mean,
yeah,
she's fast.
Here's the
1
other
ball,
thing.
2 strikes.
But outside there, but the other thing with her, I don't know. You put her on first, and as quick as she is, she's probably going to steal second anyway.
Yeah.
So
2 balls, 2 strikes. Cunningham Schultz hits a shot, nicely played by Klosterman at second base.
Klosterman's had a great game out there.
4-3, moves the runner over to third. That was a good at-bat. Positive at-bat, moved the runner.
Yep.
Covington's the hitter, third baseman. Caitlin flew out to center field and lined out to third base. So right now, probably looking for something around the middle to the left side. It's up there hacking, no. Up there fouling that ball off.
Swinging so hard it's starting to knock the number off of her back.
Look at that.
Yeah, just kind of hanging there a little bit.
There we got a fly ball to center field. Center fielder back. Reaches over the fence. What a great play by Courtney Dunkelberger. Went back, found the fence, made the play. That was a beauty.
I love it.
Watch this play on replay. She goes back, knows where she's at, finds the fence, reaches over. It's clearly a home run if she doesn't make that play. Third out.
Well,
Wow.
you can tell they've spent some time working on fence drills right there, because she did a beautiful job of finding the fence, working her way back, found the fence, kept her eye on the ball. Oh man,
That is beautiful. And that's one of those things, you said yesterday when you were playing and when you were a player, and I'm the same way, we were both outfielders. Those are the ones you worked on when you were just, when you were a kid going out, that star reaching over the fence and making that spectacular play. You know? And that right there, unfortunately for me, for most of us, all you get to do that is in the backyard. She actually did it when it counted.
Yes. Yeah, those are the plays that you dream about as a kid. Like, I wish I could make one of those.
And she did.
Yeah.
So the Lightning come up the bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. Down 5-0. Some definite bright spots out here for the Lightning. But leading off for the Lightning is Brooklyn Ottoline. Ottoline's first baseman.
For the Lightning, number
She struck out last time on a called third.
Ottoline.
It would be interesting to see right now if the Lightning could put some pressure on Amanda Sink. So far, they haven't. But again, in softball, they've still got three outs to go. Or they had 9 outs to go, 3 innings to go.
Yeah.
It was a good pitch, by the way. Just missed outside, but it was a beauty. Everything seemed to be the last few innings hit off the end of the bat. And again, now she's got them looking outside, and then she busts them inside. Counts 1-1.
You take Lloyd's at-bats from the Rage. And
Pitcher she tipped it out to the shortstop. Schultz makes the play.
pretty close play after a little bit of a bobble there.
Yeah, it looked to me like
Next, number 8,
Sink got a little bit of piece of it, and then the shortstop kind of just like you said, a bobble, and it ended up being a much closer play than it probably should have been.
Yeah.
So we've got the young lady who made that catch over the center field wall up right now, Courtney Dunkelberger. Called strike one. I think, Kevin, I've only been, this is only my second game, and you've been here much longer, but that right there is the best play. That play over the center field wall right there is the best play I've seen.
Oh, I'll tell you, I've seen some really good plays, but nothing like that one. Yeah. Definitely the play so far of the tournament for me.
Another ground ball to shortstop. Had a little bit of trouble at short. She's on an E6.
So that's nice. Makes a nice catch. Gets on base.
Yep. Alicia Schultz is just having a little bit of trouble getting her feet straight on that one. So now we got Natalia Dradicchio up, and the Rage are going to take a minute, go have a conversation. And this kind of goes to, I believe, one of those, we're just going to go out and chat and kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's not overreact to things.
You watch the shortstop on the last two plays bobble the ball a little bit both times. And so hopefully that's one of those things where the coach just goes out and says, hey, just relax, have some fun. Mm-hmm. We have a 5-run lead. Just play the game.
Yeah. You can, we can make some mistakes, and it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
We're up 5-0.
Yeah.
So just relax and play.
Yeah.
Run on first base. I would assume that they won't be running because they need runs. They don't need steals. Just missed off the outside corner. Radicchio last time was hit by a pitch. The catcher for the Lightning. I believe she went. Was that? I'm not sure what the call is. Apparently. Oh, he did call strike.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one either.
1 ball, 1 strike. I guess he threw his hands up to kill the ball, so it must have been because there was contact. There you go, a little drop ball. There's your double play ball. Over to second for 1, and boy, she bobbles it again, or they probably have 2.
Yep.
Here's the play.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, bobbled it a little bit there, and
I definitely thought it was not. It was a bobble on the transfer. It wasn't a bobble catching the ball.
yeah,
Klosterman.
yeah.
A.J. Klosterman's up for the Lightning. 2 down. Got a runner back first base. We exchanged runners right there. Sink throws the ball outside for ball 1.
I think you're right. If she fields that one cleanly, we're probably looking at a double play.
Yep, I believe so. Klosterman grounded out third base last time up. Heading that same direction.
It's kind of hard to tell on that one if she was thinking of flipping it out of her glove into her throwing hand or if it was just a bobble.
No protest at all as far as I can see from the Lightning group. We've got a high pop here to the second baseman. Martin makes the play for the 3rd out. So, at the end of 5 complete innings of play, the score, Las Vegas 5, Lightning 0.
Still think Sink is,
Routine play to Martin, takes it in.
yes.
They still think Sink.
You know, I think she's still doing a really good job of keeping this Wisconsin team off balance in the batter's box. You know, they're not able to just kind of sit back and tee off on an outside pitch, or, you know, maybe you have a kid that just has a really good rise ball and you know how to combat that, but gosh, this kid just moves the ball around really well. As
a coach, what you'd really like to be able to tell your hitters is to try to eliminate things. If she only throws a fastball, for example, then you can sit on a fastball. You can eliminate the other pitches. If she's an outside pitcher and she lives on the outside, and she never throws anywhere else, you can eliminate the inside pitch. But again, what you're saying is she's inside, she's outside, she's rise ball, she's drop ball, she's just doing a great job because it's really difficult to sit on anything.
It is. And she's even shown us a little bit of off speed here and there.
Yeah.
So
first baseman Alyssa Stanley's going to lead off for the Rage. Go ahead.
Full repertoire there.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with her. And that doesn't mean that I'm unimpressed with Sierra Jones. Sierra Jones has settled in here and put down the last 6 batters in order. Or excuse me, the last 6 out of 7. And has done a good job in her own right.
Yeah, you're right. We don't want to downplay what she's done either, because you're right. She's done a really good job as well.
5 runs scored in the first 2 innings and nothing since.
Yeah.
So, and there's been, and I haven't gotten any kind of, I've not detected any kind of backing off by the Rage. Off the end of the bat, falls in for a base hit. That's bad. That's so frustrating about softball right there. She throws a pitch where she wants to. The girl hits it literally off the end of the bat.
Yeah.
And it goes for a base hit.
Yep.
And you will see that in softball hundreds of times. The hitter is Leia Kibos, the left fielder. Swears around a bunt, takes for a ball.
Now batting number 7, Leila Kibos.
Yeah, just nothing you can do about those.
Absolutely not, and it's just part. It really is just part of the game. Great bunt to the third baseman. Pitch. Oh boy, that right there was an outstanding play.
That was phenomenal.
And that was a phenomenal play by Jen Geisy at second base. Surprised the heck out of me that we came up throwing to
Number 51.
second base on that. And it was not a good throw.
No.
And Jen Geisy made a heck of a play. Wow.
Man, oh, man.
Managed to get, I mean, not only it was a heck of a play just fielding the ball and making sure she caught it, but to keep her foot on the bag was even more impressive. Raina Martin, the second baseman for the Rage, is up with a count of 1 ball, no strikes.
That was definitely some athleticism there.
Wow. That was a doozy. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, you saw the third baseman come up, and
there's a shot up the middle. Excellent, excellent.
On that play, you saw the third baseman come up, and you know she's looking for first, which she should do. And I think one of her teammates told her, look second, look second. And I don't know if the runner on first had a bad jump or what, but that was a good call by her teammates to tell her to go too, because you know, if you can get the lead runner, obviously you want to.
Deanna Whiteley is now the hitter. Deanna's the DP. Strike 1. Big rip. First and second. 1 down. Squared around the bunt. Fouled it off. She probably threw just the exact right pitch right there for squaring around the bunt. She's expecting, the hitters expect something to be coming fairly hard, and she throws a changeup, causes her to reach. It's 0-2.
And keeps it outside.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, you know, you were talking about, it's probably a good thing that she went to second.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I would have heard at McNary. No, 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 yes, that's a great play. Nice job.
That's exactly right. As a coach, you're thinking, no, and it's like, oh, great job.
Exactly. It's kind of like you know when you're in basketball, and you know you're going to throw that behind the back pass, and it better work.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to make that play to second base, then it better work. Oh, that's a great pitch. That is a great pitch. And I don't know if that was a strike or not. It looked like it might have been outside a bit, but I'm telling you, it's too close to take. That goes, Adriana Thomason is up. She's the right fielder. That goes back to what I was saying about the UCLA coach. Do something physically different and acknowledge that we're now widening the strike zone.
That's one thing at McNary. We call it our 2-strike approach, and you know we always shorten up a little bit and
change up.
Really talk about working, you know, like what you've been talking about, at least trying to foul the ball off. Mm-hmm. Battle until you get your pitch, and then drive it.
And as you know, I umpire a little bit, but I used to tell my players, don't put it in my hands. I'm the umpire. I don't want to. You go do it.
Yeah.
I'd much rather. And I think great players, the worst thing for them is to have an umpire make a called third strike.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
Great players get up there and bend. They are expanding that zone. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And I think as a coach, that's probably one of the most frustrating things is to have a player watch a third strike. Mm-hmm. You know, that's in a good spot.
Nice pitch. The one that used to drive me nuts, Kevin, was when we'd take a called strike or called third strike, any called strike, and they would look at me and nod. Like, you know, in agreement with the umpire. Well, great. How about we hit it?
Yeah.
I would get the, you know, and people can't see this on camera, but they take the call third strike and they'd look at me and go, yeah, like, Well, okay, but
I'm glad you agree with it, but
how about hitting it?
it's like I don't agree with you just watching that. So
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Big point right here. Like to get this final out. Change up. She goes change up again. Line drive to left field, and the play is made in left field by Callista Rybar for the 3rd out. So we are in the middle of the 6th inning. The Lightning coming up. The score remains 5 for the Rage, and the Lightning yet to score. Here it is. Nicely played.
I'm loving the defense from both teams here.
You know, that inning was, that inning was a bit shaky in terms of runners on base and potential disaster out there for the Lightning. But again, she got out of it.
She did. Yes, worked her way out. And, I think you mentioned it earlier. After those first 2 innings, she's really settled down and pitched a good game.
By my scorecard right now, she's given up a total of 6 hits and done a pretty nice job. The problem is that 2 of those hits, one was a solo homer by Lloyd, and the other one was a 3-run shot by Lloyd.
Yeah.
Take those 2 out of it, and that's a silly comment to take those 2 out of it. You can't. But by the same token, if you do take those 2 out of it, there's 4 runs. We're looking right now at a 1-0 game.
Yeah. Because 6 hits isn't really that bad.
No, not at all.
First for the Lightning, number 28, Sierra Jones.
Sierra Jones, the pitcher, is going to lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning.
And 6 hits against, teams like this that can hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good job pitching.
Now the flip side of this is that Miss Sink, our pitcher for the Rage, by my count, hasn't given up any hits.
Yeah, you're right.
That was ball 1. Let that go foul. There we go.
Here's one thing, Brian, that I think as a coach, probably one of my biggest pet peeves is you watch Jones here. She hits that ball and then just stands in the box and watches it. And honestly, on that one, had that ball bounced here and then came back into fair territory, and you got your batter there just watching that ball come back.
Check down at first base by the home plate umpire, and that was a strike. Yes, I agree. There's 2 things that bug me, and it bugs me when I see a kid who hits a foul ball that's clearly over in the trees, running to first base. I mean, you don't think it's not going to defy gravity and come back. But by the same token, it's that same. Then you get the short one up there with English on it. That's the one you do need to run out.
Yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Full count. She's worked it. This would be a good start for the Lightning if they could get a runner on base. At least see what's going to happen, what could happen. Full count. Big pitch. Boy, oh boy, that is a good pitch. Busted inside off the inside corner for called third strike in the 1st out. Here it is on the replay. Boy, that's a beauty. That's a screwball that she just does a nice job. So we've got Rybar up, Callista Rybar, the left fielder.
Now batting number 79, Callista
The Lightning are looking for their first hit, like to break up this no-hitter. Sink is giving no indication that she's willing to give it up.
She just keeps dealing.
Oh, man, that ball came busting inside, a curveball inside. That was just a beautiful pitch. That is, you're a hitter and you're looking at something that you think is going to be middle out, and the ball just keeps curving in on your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's tough. Here it is right here. And she did a nice job getting out of the circle and making the play. There's that same pitch right there.
Yeah.
Molly Dietz is the hitter, the DP.
Well, I'm telling you, the team that beat this Rage team, they must be pretty good.
There we go. Drive down the left field line, and
Nice play.
the play is made down the line by left fielder Leah Kibos. Nice play. That's the third out. So through 6 complete, the score, the Las Vegas Rage 5 and the Lightning 0. Here's the play again, down the left field line. She's done a great job. I tell you, both teams have shown what I think is really good defense.
Yeah. You can tell one thing that I've really liked about, especially both left fielders, is when they're chasing those balls, their head is on the ball the whole time. I mean, they're watching that thing into the glove. Laser focus right there. It's good defense.
Ooh. So we are heading into the top of the 7th inning for the Rage. First hitter is going to be the catcher, Jill Bartley. Jill popped out to the catcher, to her counterpart last time up. Got on in the 2nd inning on a fielder's choice.
Batting first for the Las Vegas Rage, number 28, Jill Bartley.
And we are ready for play. Nice pitch. Little outside movement right there. Foul tip into the catcher's glove.
Yeah, Jones has done a nice job of pitching as well.
She really has. I mean, after those 2 rough first 2 innings, she settled down and got her done. Boy, she's really discovered her changeup.
Yeah, it's working. And it just, right about the time that it looks like it's going to hit the bat, that thing just drops off.
Yep. And of course, the changeup, your mind's eye is seeing a fastball.
Yeah.
Or seeing something hard.
Yeah.
And it's committed to swinging. And then all of a sudden that thing ends up 2 feet short of where you think it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And it's so hard as a hitter to hold on, to wait back and.
Ooh, just barely outside.
Pretty good pitch. Must have just missed the outside corner there. Yeah, it's hard to hold back and wait on those because, you want to be aggressive and drive the ball.
And there she came back with the changeup on 2 strikes.
Better job with the hitter waiting back on that one.
But I like that pitch because with 2 strikes, 2-2 count as a hitter, you're up there to protect.
Yeah. And
you're geared up. You don't know. And that's a tough one to stay back on.
Yeah.
She did a nice job on that. Bartley did a nice job of fouling that off and continuing to battle. See, and that probably was ball 3, but I'll tell you what, I like that.
Yes.
Because, again, if it's close, get a bat on it, fight another day. I mean,
and you said it earlier, don't leave it in the hands of the umpire.
Yeah. (3-2). 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bartley's done a nice job of getting back in this count. This is a big first batter here for Jones. She'd like to get that first out. Good pitch, little drop ball. She threw it. Routine fly ball out to center field where Courtney Dunkelberger takes it in. Nicely done by Jones.
Next up.
Okay.
Number 4.
Let's.
Caitlin Lloyd.
How about we get whole 4 fingers up? Seriously, I don't. Why?
They're still going at her.
I mean, I would put her on.
Yeah.
And if she can steal all the way around, more power to her. But
I just think when you're down 5-0, you're looking at your last at bat, you know, coming up in the bottom of the 7th. I don't want to be behind 6-0. 5's enough.
I suppose what they might say, what the counter argument probably would be, is that, you know, we're down 5-0. If we put her on, she may go ahead and score that 6th run by, you know, and so maybe. But she's going to. Like I said, that coach is right. That was a good job.
Yeah. You know what? That's why we're sitting up here, Brian.
He knew that she was going to line out to the right fielder right there. That is good coaching. Alicia Schultz, the shortstop's the hitter. After the line out here, hard hit ball to right field where it's pulled in for the 2nd out. Schultz comes to bat. Schultz hits a roller to the pitcher. Go 1-3 for the 3rd out. So through 6.5 innings, the score, Las Vegas 5 and the Lightning 0. The Lightning need to come up with 5 runs to stay in this game.
They're doing it.
It's a tall order.
I'm gonna go back to Lloyd here for a second. First and 2nd inning, hits 2 home runs over the left field fence. Now her last 2 hits have been more to the right field side. And I'll tell you what, that's a kid that does not get cheated when she's up there, because all of those hits have been good, solid hits.
Yeah, see, there isn't one. In fact, I might argue that the 2 that were hit the worst were the 2 that went out.
Yeah.
The 2 that she hit to the right side, one's a screamer in the gap in right center, and then this one's a shot to right field that just happens to go right at somebody. She's a player. I'd be interesting to know what year she is, how old she is, what grade she's in, and you know what the plans are for school.
Yeah. Because that's a kid I would assume is going on to play some college softball, but
yeah,
you know, she may just be an athlete and maybe she's playing a different sport. I don't know.
I'm guessing there's about 5 other coaches at her high school that want her to play their sport. Jen Geisey's the hitter, the shortstop for the Lightning, leading off the bottom of the 7th inning.
I know the athletes at McNary, I'm always trying to bug them. You know, Sydney Hunter, Devin Hunter, both of those kids, very good athletes. And I worked hard all 4 years trying to get them to, you know, I know basketball's your sport, but we'd love to have you out for softball. And
1 ball, 1 strike on the hitters. I had a green shirt that was sitting there. It's gone. All righty, we are sitting here with 2 balls, 1 strike, and Amanda Sink. Ooh, that ball's up a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike to Geisey. Boy, it'd be nice if she could go ahead and give him a start. Get on base, give him a start.
Yep. Positive energy.
Bush comes right back with a strike when she needs to, though. Came inside, fouled off. Geisey got a bat on it.
Big pitch and a big at-bat here.
Wow. Went inside on her, and boy, she turned on that ball.
But I like how she's being aggressive. She's not sitting there. That was an inside pitch. She went back inside trying to bust her. It was a good job of fighting it off and not letting the umpire call the 3rd strike.
I'm guessing she may go outside right now. What do you think? Ooh. Ball 4.
That was a great at-bat right there.
That was a great at-bat, and it's exactly what they needed. That right there is the 3rd base runner in the game for the Lightning.
Yeah.
Morgan Dunkelberger is coming up. She's the 3rd baseman. Morgan flew out to left in the 2nd and popped out to first base in the 4th. Got a little bit of, I don't want to say wildness because that would be way overstating it, but the kind of lost the strike zone a bit. Looks like a pickoff throw from this catcher. Went into right field and backed up well out in right field.
Good backup there.
Catcher calls timeout. It's time to go out and just say, hey, relax a little bit here. Here comes coach. I think we're going to do the same thing. Going to talk to the umpire first, see what's up here.
Maybe she's going to change pitchers here.
Don't know what the discussion's about. It doesn't. I don't see a lineup card in her hand. Doesn't look like any reporting was done. Don't know what happened there. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first base. Okay, this is where I turn to you, Kevin.
You know what? I'm just as confused here. I'm trying to look down the right field line to see if anybody's warming up, and I don't see anybody warming up.
Oof. Boy, I can't see that. The umpire blocks me on that. That was a pretty good pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. The Lightning looking.
Oh, sorry.
Lightning is looking to mount a comeback here.
Kind of like you, I don't want to say that she's gone wild because I don't think that's the case, but she definitely has lost a little bit of her effectiveness here.
And she is coming out of the game. Now, that is something that you don't see a lot of, a pitcher carrying a no-hitter into the 7th inning and being pulled from the game. I don't disagree with it because it did seem like she's kind of lost the strike zone a bit, but boy, oh boy.
I think at this level, though, when you look at a game where, now you have 2 runners on, no outs, and you can tell your pitcher is, she's starting to struggle a little bit now. And I think that's probably a good thing. Try to stop the bleeding here.
Alyssa Stanley, the first baseman, is coming in to pitch. Sink is going over to first base, just a straight switch. Boy, I tell you what, that warm-up pitch right there, she's got some movement on that.
She does. Good
and it's
speed.
an interesting. You've as hitters from the Lightning, you faced a right-hander now for seven innings.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're facing a left-hander, and she looks, just from watching her warm up, like she's got some great curveball motion.
Yeah, that ball is moving. And you're right, it's coming at a different angle, so now you have to adjust your focus and coming from a different side of the body. And
that having been said, if Brooklyn Ottweiler can get solid contact here,
14, Brooklyn,
keep this inning going. Excuse me, not Ottweiler, Ottoline. Can make this, get a good swing on a ball and keep this inning going, this could become a ball game.
It could, definitely.
So,
and the interesting thing, here we are, Wisconsin still doesn't have a hit.
Nice cut, kid, nice cut.
But they're not out of the ball game.
Correction on Sink. Sink comes out of the game. Ball is drilled just like we said, and now we have, after a 3-run homer by Brooklyn Ottoline, we now have ourselves a brand new ball game. The no-hitter has been broken up, and right now for the Rage, that's not the important thing. The important thing is that this is now a brand new game.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind that we still have yet to get an out. That was a good job of hitting. I like what she did because the new pitcher comes in, wants to get a strike, wants to get a hit, and she's sitting on a pitch, and that was a nice job of hitting.
Outside pitch, she stayed with it. Drove it over the right field fence. That was,
Now Courtney Dunkelberger comes in, the center fielder, and she'd like to get on base. The main thing is get on base. Because if she gets on base, now one swing potentially ties the ball game.
Yeah. When you're looking at a game that, for the most part, Las Vegas has been in control of until this inning.
Complete control.
Yeah. And right when I say Wisconsin doesn't have a hit, and that girl Jackson home run. Beautiful hit.
So Stanley is having a little bit of problems throwing strikes after giving up the 3-run homer. Comes back, foul ball. Dunkelberger's not up there taking pitches. Now I will say that right now, if this was me, I might have had her take that pitch because we need runners to tie this thing up.
Yeah, where she's, you know, throwing a couple of pitches that haven't been in the strike zone.
I'm gonna make her prove to me she can throw a strike. 3-1.
Like that one there.
Yep.
Because possibly there's ball 4 and you've got another runner.
3-1. Big pitch right here. That is a soft fly ball to the center fielder. And that's the first out. That brings up Natalia Dradicchio, the catcher. That first out right now for Stanley, that's got to be relief right there, getting that in the book.
It does, yeah. And I think that hopefully can settle her down a little bit.
Dradicchio hit by pitch in the 3rd inning and had a fielder's choice in the 4th. There's a pop fly, and I think that, nope.
Oh, wow.
Soft
the gap really quick.
Ball, F9. You know, that's one thing, Kevin, that I have had to get used to is that pop flies that I see that in my mind look like they're going to be trouble. These kids run them down, and it's not that big a deal.
Yeah. There are some
batter.
talented young ladies out here.
There certainly are. The batter for the Lightning is the second baseman, A.J. Klosterman. Again, looking to get on. That's the main thing right here is get on base. But it does look like now Stanley has settled in.
She has.
You know, you got 2 ways to go after you give up a 3-run homer. You can, you know, blow your neck a little bit and come back, which she's done, or you can, you know, lose your confidence, which doesn't seem like she's done. Nice job, though. Klosterman gets the base hit.
Keeps the inning going.
Keeps the inning going. Gives Sierra Jones a chance to tie this thing up.
And I will say for Stanley, you know, she spent 6+ innings standing over there on first. Didn't really have an opportunity, you know, when they throw her right in, she takes maybe 10 pitches to get warm. You know, and that's kind of hard.
Good point. And a lot of times what people will do is if they see that, but I think that snuck up on the Rage so quickly because Sink had been in such control that a lot of times what you'll see is that they'll substitute out so the girl can go warm up.
Yes. With
the idea that, hey, we might need her, but I never saw that. Sink was in complete control.
Yeah.
And then comes up and walks the first 2 batters, and all of a sudden you haven't had a chance to warm her up. It's a tough deal.
It is. Because, she, you know, Sink, that was a drastic drop there. Yeah, Stanley's definitely found the groove now.
Oh change up.
Beautiful pitch.
That's tough. 1 ball and 2 strikes. She's just looking to extend the at-bat, extend the inning. If you can get back to the leadoff hitter, that's got to be a good thing. She may have, but no. That ends this ball game. Final score, Las Vegas 5, and the Lightning out of Wisconsin 3. Well, Kevin, here's the replay of the final out. Pretty routine. And like you said, you know, what looks like sometimes aren't going to be routine when you put kids that are this athletic out there. Yeah, all of a sudden balls are getting run down. Anyway, get final comments on the game?
Well, you know, once again, the pitching, honestly, on both sides, very impressive. I love the way the girls worked the ball around the plate, mixed in the changeup. Great job.
With that, we'll wrap up this game, head to the next. Final score, the Rage out of Las Vegas, 5, and the Wisconsin Lightning out of Trevor, Wisconsin, 3.